I'm Sani Singh Ghosh and I am the moderator of this group discussion, where the objective of this group discussion is how we manage waste across the cities of India. Where on my right hand side we have Sanchi and I would be representing Kolkata.
And this is Uthman and I'll be representing Delhi.
And on the left side we have
I am Sarthak and I would be representing Bangalore.
And I am Animesh and I will be representing Mumbai.
So guys, I have a question for all of you. What are some of the problems that are associated with the kind of waste management that has been mentioned in your case studies? In Kolkata, we have observed that an area, Dhapa, which is surrounded by wetlands, where garbage is dumped in such a way that it has taken the shape of a mountain. And not only this, a black colored chemical which is made up of heavy metals, chemicals and disease causing bacteria, that liquid gets released from that garbage and it seeps into the groundwater, thereby contaminating the groundwater.
Oh, that seems like a big issue. And talking about dumps, we all know Delhi is really famous, infamous I should say. The NCT region, we have a landfill that looks like a mountain. It's a garbage dump site. And we have all seen that, I guess, and that looks like a mountain. It looked like a mountain to me, and that is not something we should take lightly. We are having a lot of pollution, and roughly half of that is contributed by the waste that is being burned. Around 48 lakh tons of waste is being generated annually in Delhi, municipal solid waste, and that's really what we need to think about.
In my Bangalore, there is a very big issue of having overflowing garbage bins, and because of which diseases are spreading through flies. According to a study, more than 65 diseases are carried by these flies, and they are causing infection throughout the city. Bangalore is changing from garden city to garden city.
In Mumbai, the sea creatures are consuming microplastics, which is causing illnesses and deaths, disrupting the diversity of marine life. Also, the seafood consumers are also getting ill because they are consuming the infected sea animals.
Gastrointestinal infections are very common.
So, why do you think these problems actually occur in this way?
I think the lack of awareness between a community of people who are uneducated and they don't know the harmful impacts of these problems.
That's a big reason. Unawareness leads to this stuff. And also, what I think is the weak recycling infrastructure also contributes to this and also the waste segregation improperly done by the citizens, and so the waste drains into the oceans. They are polluting. What are your views?
In Bangalore, I think, not in Bangalore, everywhere it's common that awareness, like you all mentioned, there is lack of awareness among people. And even the disposal of waste is not being managed properly, I think, by both the people and even by these organizations. So I think that people should work on it.
I agree. Awareness is the most important factor that is leading into this waste and all. It's pretty important to make people aware about what's actually happening and why we should contribute to, take initiatives which would reduce the waste, thereby not contaminating the water around and leading a peaceful and a disease-free life.
Exactly, because if we wait for someone else to change it, we'll be waiting till there's nothing left to change.
Exactly. Well, my next question will be, are there any other waste-related problems that occur in your cities? That is mentioned in your case studies, obviously.
Let's think. Pollution is a big problem. I'm sorry to interrupt you. And then we have health issues as well. We all know the lung infection caused by pollution. Like we are all evident.
In Bangalore, just like earlier mentioned, that flies carrying diseases, and the most deadly one was in diarrhea, and which is being spread throughout the city.
As I mentioned earlier in Kolkata, from the mountain waste thing, that chemical seeping into the ground, it also contributes to a lot of respiratory diseases, obviously because of pollution, and a lot of people or a lot of natives are suffering because of those mountains.
In Mumbai, like 40,000 tons of plastic is generated, and a large sum of it is dumped in water. So, as I mentioned earlier, illnesses and deaths, also pollution is happening.
Are these problems in your case study similar or different to any case waste problems that you have seen in your locality?
Yeah, like unawareness among people is also a very big problem in my locality.
That's true, and also the waste segregation. That is also that's really evident. Now we see a lot of waste dumped into somewhere along the go from the road. I guess we have all seen it, right? There's all this scattered around, and there's nothing happening. Now we cannot blame a single organization because we are indirectly or directly contributing to this, and we are just sitting here doing nothing. And I wish we do something, and that's why we do.
Yes, even a common sight is of overflowing bins, just like you told that we have been dumping these waste everywhere, and it's a very common sight in the locality and in Bangalore.
Yeah, one of the reasons of waste being dumped on the roads would be the lack of dustbins in our locality.
For sure, and
Yeah,
also there are dustbin placed, even though they are very less, as you said, but people are not aware that they have to throw it in there.
Exactly, they just open a packet of chips and leave that on the road or in
and
their
that's what
bag.
we've seen students throwing packets out of buses, thinking that मैं करूँगा तो क्यों ही contribute होगा, मैं अकेला क्या बिगाड़ लूँगा. This is the thinking that led to some millions of people.
So guys, can you mention some of the additional problems that are occurring in your locality or your town or your city or even in your state, Respiratory diseases because of the pollution, that mostly the waste which are dumped, it consists of plastics, and that plastics are further burned, which contributes to a lot of air pollution.
Exactly, and so is this in Delhi. It also waste, even in Delhi, it also goes in the rivers, just like the Yamuna. We have all seen how polluted it is, and
We are humans and we are intelligent species, but animals which are not too intelligent go and feed over these waste, and they are not aware that it could be harmful for them. So this spreading waste is also not infecting only us but even other creatures.
Like in my locality, drinking water is also being infected because the plastic is going into rivers.
Also, it's really ironical how we are the most intelligent species and we end up thinking about the short-term impact rather than the long-term one, and we have been ended up in a situation.
I just wanted to ask you, can you think of some solutions to such problems that you have mentioned?
Awareness camps and educational awareness camps can be a solution to aware people about the harmful causes of these type of pollutions like plastic pollution.
Also, segregating could be a solution to reduce waste, as the biochemical waste, which usually comes from our kitchens, could be converted into manure and used in agriculture
And there's a lot of other things as well, such as community-led initiatives. Now, how can we forget the Afroz Shah-led Versova thing that happened in Mumbai? Also, there are many things that can be taken up, but it's us who are eventually going to contribute to it. Like, who else than us?
Yes, everything starts for individually. So if we want to clean or do any big change in the society, it should be started by each and every individual.
And proper waste disposal can be, like government can of course pay.
And also on the ground level, they should teach how to do all this,
grassroots
segregation and everything. Because I think we are responsible for all of it.
Okay.
Well, the last question. Well, I just wanted to ask, are there any organizations or practices in your cities that are making waste management more sustainable?
Well, I guess talking about the whole India, of course, and something nearer, I think the Gunj organization that's working for this, and there are several others too.
In Bangalore, it's an organization BBMP which is managing the collection of the waste, and the It's surprisingly the data tells that 60 to 70% of the people can't manage their waste.
Talking about Kolkata, we have a organization, Kolkata Municipal Corporation (KMC), which is kind of responsible for segregating and making the waste more sustainable.
In Mumbai, there are many organizations like the one Cleanup Divers, which organizes regularly sessions to clean beaches and to remove plastics from
So let's conclude. Are there any views that you want to say? Anything?
That's where we'd like to end. We have ended up discussing a lot about problems and solutions, and I think we should start incorporating them in our lives as well. Like anything, even the least step we take will, of course, contribute, because the least step we took before by throwing suppose a plastic wrapper, thinking that won't contribute, also mattered, and so will this.
Exactly. If we start taking the initiative, that would conclude and that would kind of contribute to more people following us and taking initiatives again to kind of segregate and reduce the waste as much
And we're
as
willing to not just say and to do, because even a single wrapper being kept in your pocket, as long as you don't see the waste bin, will matter. Will matter.
Every single drop makes up the whole ocean. So that's why we all should be individually trying to do it and clean our cities, even the whole nation.
We all should take initiatives to solve these problems by first by telling it about our friends or family who don't know.
well, very well. Well, I would also like to conclude by saying that in this generation, actually, we all are working on it, and it's so good to see everybody they're giving their views and everything. And I really hope that we can make our future more brighter and air-free, and we could live healthy life and good life. So thank you for
Thank you,
coming,
everyone.
everybody.
Thank you.
And